The annual Coats for Kids drive has been providing warm coats to the Austin area for over 30 years, and we are so proud that we are partners with not only Jack Brown Cleaners, but also the Junior League of Austin to do this every single winter. And so this Thursday is the last drop-off day for any quotes to be donated. So to talk a little bit more about this and some of the other needs, Chairwoman Leslie Perdue, thanks for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
I know you've been part of this for many years.
Yes, ma'am. So this is, I guess, my first run at this was about 8 years ago when I was the logistics chair, and then just has become a passion project for mine year after year. You know, even when you participate in our great programs like Christmas Affair and researchers and grants and in-league placements, you want to make sure that you still go back and participate in the community process, and the best way to do it is through Coats for Kids.
It's always amazing to see the community outpouring of support. But I know this year is a little bit challenging because Thanksgiving was so late.
That's correct. So usually what happens is we have this entire week to kind of continue to build our coat numbers, to build our volunteer participation, but because of this abbreviated holiday, we've lost a week. So at this point, we still would like to bring in another 5,000 coats, which I think is really doable. We picked up 2,000 coats from the Travis County probationers this morning, which was huge help. But at the same time, too, we have about 2,700 spots for volunteers where they can still participate throughout the week. Now, don't worry, everyone will still get a coat, even if we don't have those spots filled. But remember, children ages 13 and up can participate at any time throughout the week, and then 18 and up is what we need on distribution day. But there's still lots of great shifts still available. They're only 2 to 3 hours, and they're available from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m.
And what a great way to give back to the community.
100%. And you really do realize that while dropping off a coat is the first part, and the most important part of this process, that there's so much that goes into the week. It's taking the coats, it's sizing them, it's hanging them, it's making sure we somewhat merchandise them, because the truth of the matter is on Saturday we're going to have a store for 30,000 Central Texas kids to come through and pick out the coat that's right for them.
You talk about that experience, because I know Albert always mentions what an amazing feeling you get when you watch these families come in and these kids get these coats.
It really is great. You know, it's funny because what we always tell people is don't show up at 3 o'clock in the morning to wait to get a coat. We are going to put out brand new coats and gently used coats throughout the entire day. But at 8 a.m. our doors open and people come through the door. They bring in their pre-registration information, which is a proof of income and a proof of age. If you need more information about that, it's at jlaustin.org/coats. Gives you all your recipient eligibility information. But they come through the door, they fill out a brief piece of paper, and then they're matched with a coat fitter. And that coat fitter takes them and their family throughout as many racks as they need to go through in order to pick out the perfect pink star coat.
I love that. I know that this is a whole process that takes months for you guys to not only collect the coats, to clean them and things like that. Where should people go if they still have coats that they want to donate?
If they still have coats, Jack Brown Cleaners is going to take them throughout the day on Wednesday. He'll take everything that still needs to be cleaned Wednesday and then make sure we have them by Friday. And then you can also go to jlaustin.org and make a donation. Those donations also support things like our community fair, which is another piece that is super important to that Saturday event as well. So we're taking in people participating in our community fair, they're involved in the community, as well as those donations still too.
I love what you guys do, and every year it's always just makes for remarkable stories. I think we hear from so many families who really otherwise their children on days like this would be cold going to school.
Well, the most heartwarming part too is that you have kids who show up with their previous year's coat because it doesn't fit anymore, and so it really is a full circle process. You know, we're partnering with 5 different elementary schools here in Austin this year to where we're doing 100% fulfillment. We have identified some schools that it's really challenging for their parents to get them there on Saturday. So on Thursday, they're going to come pick up coats for their entire school to distribute. And if they have siblings who need to come, they don't actually need to provide pre-registration information. They'll just show up and say, hey, I was a student at Pettis Elementary School and I need coats for my siblings too. So we're really trying to make this as accessible as possible because the need's so big.
Love what you all do and appreciate it so much. Jack Brown Cleaners, the Junior League of Austin, and here at KVUE, places that you can still drop off coats and then go online. If you really want to help out, you can volunteer or you can donate money. Whatever you can give, we appreciate it. Leslie, thanks so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Good luck this year.
Thanks.